I'm only sorry to those who aren't familiar with car bomb and who clicked on this video thinking, I don't know, that I'm going over the Irish Revolution or something. If you clicked on this video, it's on you now. You're locked in with me. This is the path you chose. You're going to see it to the end. So let's go check out Secrets Within by the band Car Bomb. You're not ready. You're not ready. Oh, it's just like Metallica, right? Familiar with this. Oh, it's just like Meshuggah, right? There's another groove. It's gone. Rare two-step. There you go. Oh my gosh. By the way, this is not their craziest song. I just picked it because I liked it, and it's still weird, but they get wilder, and my wife called this grindcore for fancy people. I want, which is so true. I wanted to listen to that little, they have all these little sounds. So good. The guitars are melting. That's so over the top. Oh, it's just like the Deftones, right? No. No, they're not like any of those bands. They are their own entity. Okay, I can lock into a headbang for a sec. Is he gonna be gone? That's a guitar, that's not vocals. Sounds like rain. Oh yes, I see your point. I'm just imagining someone who's never listened to a full metal song, and they think, this is just what all metal sounds like, right? Just nonsense. those dive bombs. Even the artwork is like, you know, it kind of looks like a mirror rotated image, and then there's little things that are like, nope, that's not what I expected to be there. That is unbelievably groovy, and then they start the fade out right there. What'd you guys think?
Wow, that was weird.
Gosh, it's so cool. it's actually so cool. Yeah, it's like it's so rhythmic, but it's so bonkers that it's like it's either a drummer's favorite dream or worst nightmare. There's no in between. That is just not. It's just bananas. Bananas. Car Bomb plays individual notes and parts and sections that make sense in isolation, and then they stop them before you expect, mash them up in different contexts where you don't expect, and it makes this thing that's just so hard to understand. Like everything makes sense in isolation, and then when you put it together, context gone. And I don't know enough about rhythm to know exactly how this was made, but I know enough to understand that it does not follow the usual methods of creation or anything else. So I've been sitting on this song for a while. When I first heard this band, it was only like probably 2 years ago now, and I was just blown away. It was just incomprehensible stuff going in one ear, and it stayed in there and rattled around for a real long time. I thought about it a lot, but I wanted to make this video because I had this revelation in the shower the other day, and I have to get this off my chest. I don't know if any of you are familiar with a guy named Kane Pixels on YouTube and his creation called the Backrooms. But in case you aren't, it's this kind of alternate dimension next to ours that you can kind of like phase through a wall and get into this place that's just big and kind of hard to understand, and it's very difficult to get out of. Imagine every office space, hotel conference room, incomplete model home, all just mashed into one big area. Now, I promise I'm going somewhere with this. So in the lore of the Backrooms, these rooms were created by something, maybe an entity, maybe something even bigger than that. And the creation seems to be an effort to imitate and replicate kind of human existence. And part of why it's unsettling is because everything is a little bit off there. Like the rooms are too big, they're too spacious, because there's nothing there. There's like no one there. This might sound silly if you haven't seen it, but just trust me that it would be a very disconcerting experience to be here. My point is, Car Bomb, I think, is the musical approximation that the Backrooms overlords, whoever those creators are, that they would create after hearing just like a snippet of some Meshuggah. And then these overlords are creating music without any understanding of time signatures, tempo, keys, music theory. It's like Meshuggah without any human emotion. And I get that might sound really harsh, but I think it's a pretty good metaphor overall, or origin story. In seriousness though, I get what Car Bomb is trying to go for, and I'm honestly blown away by their writing and their skills. Keeping all those humans at the same level of avant-garde syncopation is a feat in and of itself.
Is this some kind of avant-garde German theater bull?
And just like with the musical side, being able to make sense in isolation, the lyrics follow similar patterns. Like I know these are all English words. I even understand most of them, but putting them together in this way is not something I've seen before. It's a very difficult knot to untangle. So let's just take a quick look. Those eyes will drain into the skull. Indiana Jones, ouch. Just pull the plug on things you want no one to know. Pull the plug, like get rid of it. So, I mean, I guess this song's about keeping secrets. Someone's keeping secrets. Secrets within secrets. And then consequences haven't stopped the violent faces occupying metastasis. The spread of disease, right? Secret. You know, this could be an anti kind of government overreach song. We've seen a few of those on the channel. I could totally see, you know, there's no real consequences for those in power, even when they get caught. And then the secrets just keep piling up. The abusive power keeps continuing. They know your blind side. So what's our blind side? Let's see. So polite. Thank them for your rebirth. I guess we attribute them as like our savior. And we think that, you know, we should thank them because they've given us everything that we have or something.
Bad judge of character.
The fact that they say rebirth, though, is interesting because from a Christian perspective, makes me think of regeneration. Jesus saying you need to be born again. like I'm not saying they're Christians. I'm just saying when I see the word rebirth, it's a renewal of who you are. It's you being put into another context and doing something else with your life. And when that's done under Jesus, that's you becoming a Christian. But I don't think they're describing someone being a Christian right here. But I will talk about this later. They do seem to have issues with false religion, cults, things like that. And so there's maybe a chance that they're saying this tongue in cheek, that that the born again Christians are thanking people for like, oh, thank you for this knowledge, thank you for the help that you provide. But Carbomb is asserting they're just keeping secrets from you and locking the truth away, and it's bad stuff. And stay down, like, you know, is this like just tamping down, quelling the masses and keeping them under control? Take this day and realize it's all lies, frozen on your lips. So the truth isn't getting past our lips, it's staying inside these locked boxes. Allow yourself this retreat after your rebirth. Retreat after rebirth. It's very cryptic. And again, I mean, this is not the craziest song that they've written. If you go read a few more, you're just going to be like, based on looking through the lyrics in some of their past albums, I get the sense that they might have be presenting a level of irony and disdain for religious extremism, in particular Christian cults, like the ones that say that they believe in the Bible. They try to latch on and associate with Christianity, but then you're drinking Kool-Aid and you and 800 other people are dead. Clearly not Christianity.
That's heresy, my friend.
So I wonder if they're trying to tell these stories with mockery for the concepts that those leaders tried to promote. You know, seeing aliens and if you follow me and give me all your wives, you know, I could just like say random things and then you can kind of insert the names of the cults in your head if you want as we go. But they all kind of revolve around a few things. I think that on their album, by the way, this is called W Click W. I think that's what I heard one of them say. But on that album, it seems like a concept album referring to the Jonestown Massacre. The guy who literally drank the Kool-Aid, they wore Nikes, and then it was poison-laced Kool-Aid, so everyone died. And so, yeah, I get the sense that it's kind of a concept album told from the perspective of the twisted leaders behind that cult, and that they were, you know, trying to present the story in obviously a bad light. In today's song, it could be similar stuff. It could be from a cult leader's perspective. It could be from a government leader's perspective. But there's a lot of bad stuff in the world, obviously. Why did I even say that out loud? Everyone knows this. But it's also done at these high levels where we, as the lowly plebs, can't quite seem to impact what's going on up there. And we either lash out by making music or posts on YouTube or, you know, Facebook, heaven forbid. But we do these things because we feel like there's injustice and we want to point out what's going on and say, hey, can we get enough people to recognize like that this is wrong over here? Let's fix it. The Christian's perspective is that God's gospel is going forth into the world. It will break down kingdoms and strongholds. It will take every thought captive to Christ. Ultimately, everyone and every power and principality is going to bow and submit to Jesus in one way or another, either by becoming his friends or by being judged while they are his enemies. These guys, I don't think they're Christians. I don't think they would claim that. Maybe they were raised this way, but you know, being told from a worldly perspective, my question always is, what's the hope? Like, who is going to fix all this? Is it if we get enough people, if we get 51%, maybe we can fix it? You know, that from kind of a human perspective, that works sometimes. I would say it's only temporary, and I would obviously say that God is guiding history and guiding the outcomes the way that he ordains. So it's not like we're going to thwart him or tear down a king that he doesn't want deposed, you know, just on our own power. But these are good concepts to talk about. What is truth? You know, if you got all these secrets and lies going on, then yeah, you're being kept from truth, which is lying. It's obviously bad. It's against the 10 Commandments. And God cannot lie. So yeah, God wants his truth. He wants his gospel. He wants his kingdom to go forth in this world and have it cover the world like the waters cover the sea. So that was, I mean, you know, there you go. You get kind of a post-millennial hope there tacked on to some absurd music. This is so over the top. I mean, I really do like this. And I think it's partly because I'm a drummer, and the main guitarist who writes a lot of these songs also helps write the drums. And then I think their vocalist even played classical guitar back in the day. So everyone's got musical backgrounds. But when the guitarist and the drummer kind of control the show, and the guitarist kind of wants to be a drummer, you get this. And it's just so over the top. It's amazing. So let me know what you guys think of that. Were you guys familiar with Car Bomb before this video? If so, what are some of your favorite songs? Let me know if there's others I should check out. I haven't heard all of them. I listened to this whole album Meta before picking which song I wanted to go over, and there are so many wild ones to pick from. They're all worthwhile if you enjoyed this at all. I can't stand by, all the lyrical content. Some of it gets a bit dark and grisly, or lewd in certain ways, but again, I think they're telling a bigger picture. I don't think this is necessarily like their inner urges coming out on paper. I think it's them trying to point out what they see as problems, a lot like Meshuggah. That's how they seem to write lyrics as well. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought of that. Thank you for sticking around till the end, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. The only secret is how we're going to recover from this one. There's no time. No time.
There's no time. He can fly.
Oh, that's still wet. Ow. Ow. Ouch. Hurts so bad.
You're trying to film yourself in a bathtub?